Take a seat, take a breath. Got a feed that decides life and death. Every chart is a mountain, a meme, a decree. Is this genius or mass lunacy? So with me, that's wild mentality. Where a frog with sunglasses screams we're early endlessly. Oh, see, bulls and bears and fantasy. Every post's a prophecy. It's nothing made to be. If you want to read what passes for a master plan, simply click and flick your thumb across this broken land. Want to know which way the winds of crypto might just be? Oh, scroll me. One says up, only friends. Next says this is how it ends. Someone's calling the top, someone's buying the dip, someone's typing a thread as their last relationship slips. Scroll with me through the fear and ecstasy, where a charting crayon gets 1,000 hearts for free. You'll see every hot take, every plea. I was right in 23. Trust the line, ignore the spreadsheet. If you want to gauge if hope or panic's in command, if they're building castles or just castles in the sand, want to test if we're all early or just fantasy? Slow with me. Is it signal? Is it noise? Are we traders? Are we toys? Every candle, every coin is a cult you can join. Go with me, let the chaos be our key. Read the mood like it's a map to some great mystery. You'll see faith and doubt in harmony. I'm all into, I'm set free.
In one day, in one same tweet.
If you want to know if folks are brave or out of time, if they're quietly convicted or have simply lost their minds, then my friend, you found the perfect place to start this stream. So scroll with me.
G-Scroll. G-Scroll. To all who celebrate, it is Wednesday, July 22nd. We are here. As Optimus Prime would say, we are here. We are scrolling. Something like that. Kuya says, G-Scroll, I was right in 23. It's true. I was right in 23. Trust the vibes. Ignore the spreadsheets. You know? That's how we roll around here. But G-Scroll to you, Kuya, and G-Scroll to everybody who's watching right now. Say G-Scroll in the chat. Make friends in the comments. You know the rules. I don't make them, you know. But thank you all for being here today. We are going to scroll the Twitter timeline. My name is Dude Lifts. Scroll with me, where we scroll the Twitter timeline together. We try to understand what is going on here. Like, what on earth is happening here? You know, and we try to monitor the situations. Unlike some people that claim to monitor the situations. If you saw my tweet yesterday, you know what I'm talking about. Just saying. All right. Well, in light of that, let's jump right into it. Let us begin to scroll the timeline. Let us monitor the situation. And I also will say, and I'm not going to be so pompous, say like, I invented this. Someone actually schooled me up and said, because I was telling me about Scroll With Me, like, oh, that's React content. And I was like, what? What is that? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. Monty says knowledge graphs type shit. Yeah, we are creating a knowledge graph. If someone was to go and transcribe Scroll With Me, they would have something. They would have something. I don't know what they would have, but they would have something. Maybe I need to do it. Maybe I need to take it upon myself, you know? That would be so interesting to create a vector database on Scroll With Me, because you could be like, what happened on this day? And it would be like, people. Yeah, it'd be weird. But alas. Oh, yes, I was about to say, I'm not going to be so pompous to say like I invented something, but I will say that it brings me great joy to see people like Thread Guy, monitoring the situation, all these other folks, like even Easy to some degree. Now they all have their different reasons for doing so, but I think monitoring the situation literally has a segment called State of the Timeline. Maybe that's Thread Guy. And I'm like, they pull up the Twitter timeline and they fucking scroll, and that's that shit. That now, of course, we're Puritans over here. We don't divert from the sacred timeline because the timeline provides, but and that's what we have to be, the zealots that hold the line. You know, we are the ascetic priests in the wilderness, you know, that are holding our fists up for 23 years because that's what we have to hold. Someone has to hold it down, you know, and that's what we'll do. Alas, let's begin to scroll. Kuya says the timeline provides. The timeline provides. Ascetic priest, 23 years, fist up in the air. I remember when I was a kid, I was reading the Guinness Book of World Records, and there was a guy who was a Hindu priest, I believe, and he held his fist up in the air for 23 years, and his fingers began to like meld into his hand. Crazy, and it stuck with me. That's why we're talking about it now. So we've got Grout. Never know how to pronounce it correctly, but look at this. Look at this, dude. I got my gold. I got my gold flog that I pulled from the fucking box. It's incredible. I keep that thing on me. But this reminds me of a hoodie that Doodles did for ComplexCon a few years back, where Hap was running in one side of the hoodie pocket and Mello was running out of the other. We love to see a little rip and dip inspired, you know, character goods playfully interacting with the apparel. I love it. I need it. I need it. Let us continue to scroll. Oh, dude, Pudgy Penguin's celebrating 5 years. So cool. 5 years. Incredible. Incredible. And Colethereum's launching a new project near the 5-year anniversary. I don't know. I mean, let him cook, I guess. Let him cook. If you know, you know. I fit my protein goal 180 grams every day for 30 days straight. Recovery suit feels so much better. Red meat has been great. Yeah, dude. God, when I was dirty bulking, dude, God, back in the day when I was dirty bulking, I never got sore. Literally never got sore. I ate so much food. My body was like, I have everything I need. Throw whatever you want at me. I don't care. Do it. Just do it. I don't care. Such a magical time. Not so plump these days. I don't have that luxury. Ooh, first sketch of series 3. Dude, I stand on this business. Let me sip a coffee before I stand on this business. That was a business standing whistle. BT dubs. Yeah, so I got my Budro here in the space, Drew's uncle from Brave Browser or BAT, gave me a limited edition 1 of 500 holographic BAT edition vibes card. It's Solana Accelerate. It's holographic. It's sick. And I think that, I don't know, something about it hits. Something about it hits that 1 of 500 limited edition. I don't know. Something about that early shit. I'm saying that early shit. The AP Royal Oak, highly coveted, unattainable for most. Should we drop one of these? Yes. Wait, Kled is at 10 million? Hold up. 12 million. Damn, that's crazy. That is interesting. Yeah, this is cool because and I love this video from Andrea from the Data Foundation. No longer a Story Protocol. Let's put some respect on their name. We respect a good rebrand around here. So they now have Kled, which is running on their app. Kled is kind of wild. Like if you've seen this, and I need to dive into it more. If you've seen these like services that like, we'll clean your house for free, but we're gonna have a camera on our forehead. Like there's clearly value and data there. And so I look at something like this, and in Kled, you can just like upload your voice or upload data. I think it's kind of like literally anything. They just sort of like ingesting data and they'll pay you for it. And that all runs on Data Foundation now, or Data Network? I'm not sure. And they took like 100 million records on their new Trace protocol, which is insane. I do think that there's some value there. I'm not in the trade or anything like that, but it certainly seems interesting and has my attention. We've got NittyB here. Classic, dude. You can transact on Base faster than you can read this post. Yeah, but I don't want to. That's a base take. All right. Show Pill says, if I gave you $1,000 to put in 2 of the blow coins, which ones would you go for? Let's see. Cash Cat, Tendies. Do Tendies at 9 million market cap? Okay, I have something to say about Tendies. Kuya says Nitty is back. Yes. Now he is private, so we respect his privacy, even though he scrolled across on the timeline. Nothing I can do. But if Nitty's back, we are so back. Here's the thing about Tendies. It's a good meme. No bones about it. But what I see is a lot of last cycle's traders holding Tendies and saying things like, they don't know how to hold a good meme anymore. The kids these days, they don't know a good coin when they see it. They don't know how to hold good coins anymore. But I do. I know how to hold good coins. I remember what it was like to hold a good coin with your boys, and you just watch it. You'd be up 6 figures one day, down 6 figures the next, but it was a good coin, And so it feels a little forced to me in that way, that like some heavily interested kind of Caballo type people are trying to force the meme. And I'm like, I don't know. Now, could there something be said like, yeah, if like Robinhood people, kind of get on Robinhood chain, then yes, maybe 100%. And maybe they'll benefit from it. So I'm just saying the current state of affairs feels a little bit like you're trying to do too much. Now, granted, I say with the backside of my same hand, I'm glad to see people publicly back working again. So maybe to let them cook. And as usual, I've said nothing. Do with that what you will. We continue on. Oh, okay. Let's see here. It's time to mark your calendars. Manifest Flying Colors will launch on July 23rd. Okay. I thought the previous preview they gave was the whole drop, but it is not. I do think this bandana cap is interesting. I like the chain stitch on the gym shorts, especially. I saw Tiger is Fine tweeting about the tennis skirt. Honestly, great to see Bored Ape Yacht Club making apparel for women. That's awesome. This is cool. At first, like with the jacket, I was like, is it too Yacht Club? But I was like, it's Bored Ape Yacht Club. Like, I guess they have to put out fucking Yacht Club merchandise at some point. So I guess that makes total sense. But overall, the designs are really cool. I think it was a little bit shocking to my system because traditionally the ape apparel has been so loud. This feels like understated in some way. So maybe that's why I was kind of like, but it's super cool. I think a lot of it's great. So I think it's awesome, especially if they're like introducing a series. I think they have, the anchor drop, stuff like that. So I think that's great. If you're building on top of something, got Anthony dropping articles again. I'm gonna have to come back, and he's always cooking a little something, a little French bastard. Okay. Wow. So my entire business can run from Claude. Stop using Zapier entirely. Now I don't even have to open WAP anymore. Dude, I'll be straight up. I'm about to enable Kimmy on my agent that's been running locally just so I have some actually smart intelligence. I'm going to make me a business, make no mistakes. I'm going to at least try it because that's as advertised. I'm going to be like, find the arbitrage, run the drop shipping, build the website, run the ads, go to town, good sir, and also spend no money. So we'll see. We'll see how it does, but worth checking out, worth being early too. I'm a big fan of exposure therapy. Anything you're afraid of, just go do more of it until you're desensitized. Ow. Just stubbed my finger on my desk. Exposure therapy, I think that's probably a misunderstanding of exposure therapy, to be fair. That's more like vaccination or something. I don't know. To boil exposure therapy down to like, you just do the thing that you're afraid of over and over again until you're not afraid. I'm like, that's not really how it works. Fable is greater than GPT-5 and making OpenAI merch. Same prompt, same images provided. Oh, yeah, look at that horrific Wait, that's a horrific basketball. Horrific. All right, Brian Armstrong. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to subject you to that. Okay, this is so funny. I thought this was Jacob Elordi. I don't even know who that is actually, like Jacob Elordi, but I felt like this is who that is. But to see that this is a Hyperliquid guy, there you go. I think that's all you need to know. Meet Jenny. She stopped by the Azuki booth with her brother to try Azuki TCG. We caught up with her afterward to hear her first impressions. We are going to listen into the whole thing here, but we absolutely respect what Digital did here. The post-player interviews are great. I've watched a lot of them so far. Keep cooking. Keep cooking. Ted Not Lasso says the Tri-Ramp stablecoin team is laser focused on using crypto rails that actually deliver a superior B2B experience. Dude, Clarity Act about to pass. Ramp incorporating stablecoins via Privy with 3.25% reward. Who needs a bank? And we got WAP CLI? Dude, if I'm a bank, I'm fucking shaking in my boots. Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm not trying to use a bank anymore, bro. I've been using my MetaMask card like a decent amount just to buy coffees and little shit. The ability to spend crypto in real life, the fucking point of sale is nice. It's nice. I've probably logged into the MetaMask money account more times on my bank account recently. Just saying. Situation detected. OpenAI has announced Project Camellia, a $20 billion data center campus near Savannah, Georgia. There's a murder in Savannah. The company has contracted 3.2 gigawatts from Georgia Power that will be delivered from 2028 till 2032. Shout out. So, my father, but my dad has worked in the local Georgia Power economy for many, many years. Like, and I say local as in like Georgia Power is the big power provider. And there's pretty much everyone else who are co-ops. They're mostly co-ops. They're owned by their members. You know, it's a very different system. But rural Georgia, not just Savannah, that is interesting. Very curious why that. Rural Georgia is keen to have data centers, or more so data center providers are keen to build in rural Georgia because there's abundant land. And to give you a sense of how crazy this kind of like data center arms race is, you know, the data center people that bought the land, they didn't even have like the permits for like power or water or whatever. And they go to the local energy co-op and they go like, okay, we need this much power, you know, gigawatts, you know, they need hella power. And the power company, not a large power company, was like, okay, it'll be, you know, and don't, you know, paraphrasing here, but they're like, okay, it'll be 20, 30 million just to get power ran to that place, that level of infrastructure. And they're like, okay, anything else? Sounds good. So just for context, that's how this shit is going. Yeah, dude, I mean, the data center thing, say what you want about it, water use, whatever, but it's been a boon to blue collar jobs. I know that because of the same, my kind of tangential exposure to that, in addition to actually talking to people who are in the trades. Yeah, they're building these shits, bro. They are building these shits. I've had buddies who have not only worked on the data centers, but have, like, especially out here in Arizona, they've built the chip fabs, which is always so funny because like the chip fabs have to be built to this like such a spec. So like the guys that know in the trades that work at it, like they're just like, I was laying pipe, but then like, but I had to wear a suit, like a hazmat suit. Like, just so funny. Just so funny. Let us continue. Place Japan. Dude. It'd be like that. Researchers prove that every major LLM is secretly obsessed with Japan. Yes. As they should be. As they should be. As they should be. All right. Landing a job in crypto, day 3, 11 applications in, 1 rejection, 10 waiting for response, 0 interviews, tracking every application in a spreadsheet. Oh, you just straight up put them, the people you apply to. Okay. Hey, you know, honestly, fuck yeah, dude. Go for it. Put it out there. Got to risk it for the biscuit. I will say that one of the best things that I've done as far as jobbing in cryptocurrency is just being around. You know, it's not the best thing. I mean, I've done other things too, but did I actually win the Blast Cybertruck, or is this a fake giveaway from engagement? Stop. No way. That'd be hilarious. All right. Fake world assets up 500% over the past day to 2.3 million. Over 10,000 NFT purchases made on this new NFT gotcha game. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, we got Slate here. Might as well leak some alpha. It's commons made. It'll stay stealth until launch. Why stealth? We have massive partners. A lot of people betting on me. Blessed and glory to God. Things are looking good. Slade is he's a goat, dude. He, was part of Laudio, if y'all remember that. Look at this PFP. He's rocking the doodles. He's rocking the doodles PFP. Have I seen comments made? Maybe. Is it sick? Yup. It is. Dude, let's actually make sure we're giving it a follow here. Boom. First under 150 followers. Things we love to see. Ooh, if your team's outputs are lacking consistency, it's because your brain's AI aren't shared. Not going to read this paid partnership, you son of a bitch. You trapped me into this. But dude, knowledge graphs type shit, as Monty would say. All right, let's give a little refresh. Get some freshy tweets on the timeline. Oh, PB McGee here. 5 years. 5 years of Pudgy. Congrats. Huge. Dude, Gemini wishing 5 years. Dude. Oh my God. Look at this anatomy of Jimothy. Dude, lots of 5-year anniversaries for Pudgy. Things we love to see. Wait, a crypto wallet app leaked people's private keys for 7 years and nobody noticed until last week. The app was Ziliqua's ledger app. What is Ziliqua? All right. A friend sent me a coin in DMs yesterday evening, but I was too tired to look into it. So I said I'd check it out the next morning. Now it's up 3x and I'm sidelined. I guess it's don't sleep season. Guess it's Robinhood chain is the only chain I've ever seen with more launch pads and meme coins. Yes. Dude, they're just competing for that sweet launch pad territory. Things we love to see. All right, here we go. I'm getting a tingling feeling that things are starting to get fun again on chain. Dr. Bronner Peppermint. Yes. Solana Summer. NFTs and Robinhood are getting momentum. That's what I hear. That's what I hear. All right, let's see here. Volume speaks in the trenches. That's what Monty says. Volume speaks in the trenches. Speed is your advantage. I'm going to give a little refresh, dude. I feel like I was like just staleo. Dude, happy B-Day to Pudgies once again. All right, here we go. I've not been broadcasting my wins and growth, just consistently working out, reading, building wealth, and making moves in silence. A lot changes going on lately will be revealed soon. Patience. The force is strong with young Wyatt Skywalker. Arnov here says, really sad to see no interesting on-chain product launches anymore. I'm very curious about it. I mean, I feel like I'm seeing stuff like that. I mean, not to say like I don't hold any of these, but I'm like stockbrokers, it seems like something that's interesting on chain. I'm seeing a lot. I feel like there's actually a higher appetite for more complex things on chain. There used to be just no appetite for that. People would launch something, and if it was like, if the coin like literally did any one thing that was like, hey, it does this other thing, or you have to do this thing to get this coin, be like, I just want the meme. I just want the attention, the catalyst. So I see a little bit more appetite for interesting stuff. At least that's all I'm seeing here. Let's go. Pokemon cards outperforming Bitcoin and gold. Is that true? Oh, it says, if you aren't following AFIC yet, you are definitely missing out. Give some flowers to Artist Mastermind behind Pudgy Penguins. Yeah, I just followed this guy yesterday. He has yesterday he had 1,300 followers. He's a lead artist behind Pudgy Penguin. So I'm like, dude, what the hell? What is that? So like made sure to give him a follow. I was like, what the fuck? Me, whenever I buy a meme on Robinhood, are you sure about this? Just stay still. Oh my God. That's great. That's great. Dude, missed opportunity for FOMO to sponsor FOMO Hour. You know? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We got Jacob Tucker here. Jacob Tucker, what a brain. This is the very moment you submit data on UseCled. It appears on Trace with all associated metadata, KYC info, terms of service, lifecycle, and more. We're adding a payout status soon to any user can see if they've been paid for their data. Bro. Dude, am I about to start just speaking into my Cled app? Just like speaking words? Like, oh, dude, maybe I'm leaving just absolute dollars on the table here. Maybe I need to fire up a WAP agent business that sells my data to Cled. Maybe that's the move. Building my first PC, is this a good GPU? Dude, is this a joke? Is this a GPU joke? See, that's what I said. The Tiger is fine. Okay, I didn't see this tweet, but I think Tiger is fine tweeted about the women's apparel. And so very cool to see Bored Apes do that. Oh, Alon here says we're hiring a growth marketing lead for Baton Corp, the development company behind Pump Fun. Pump Fun grew into what I'm 400K to $1 million. Yeesh. All right. Pump Fun grew into one of the largest crypto marketing platforms with almost no paid marketing. Now we want to take it mainstream from a crypto product to an app hundreds of millions of people use. I mean, this is cool. It's interesting to hear that like they've done almost no paid marketing up to this point. It also feels like they're kind of playing catch up with FOMO here because FOMO kind of led with outside of crypto first. But I mean, I don't know what the Pump war chest looks like, but if they're willing to devote, in the Pump app is like pretty good. I don't know. It feels like they could, and they've got a huge user base. They could like reactivate potentially through a variety of things. I don't know. It feels like they could have something there. All right, let's give one last refresh for a freshy tweet here. Oh, interesting. Okay, we'll read this for Sergito because he's talking about creator coins. We were talking about creator coins yesterday. It says one thing always missing from thought pieces about creator coins, the Web2 creator economy works mostly because of ad dollars. That's how attention gets monetized. Attention doesn't magically turn into money. That's why creator coins are Fugazi. The only product being sold is the coin itself to the next bag holder. Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree with that. Yeah, I guess. And I think we were talking about this on Spaces last night. I think that's the kind of whole thing is like, I don't see creator coins as being now, granted, since they can make money off fees now, maybe that's the interesting point. But like creator coins aren't the creator economy because creators aren't making money unless they're making money off fees, which they have to generate volume to do so. So yeah, that's interesting. Because to me, I'm like, yeah, it is kind of Fugazi, or like it's an attention vehicle, if that makes sense. You're just betting that the creator can continue to generate attention. And the one thing that I think Jesse and team got right that was hard for a lot of people to grasp because coins are around forever, in the same way that content is around forever once you post it. But they were like, yeah, coins aren't supposed to go up forever. They're supposed to have an arc, and you want to time it well. The same way, content goes up and down. It goes viral and then comes back down. It's not viral forever. Now there is some kind of memes that are Lindy that go on, but alas, it's 9 a.m. So I better shut my yap. But this has been Scroll With Me. It is Wednesday, July 22nd. And until next time, I'll see you on the timeline.